Hello students and welcome to another screencast with Mr. Swan. What I have for you to do today is to watch actually a new video slash episode slash movie made by Nova about an Arctic exploration with the host Kirk Johnson, which I'll explain in just like a little bit. But before we get to that, let's take a look at your picture of the day. So the new largest volcano on Earth was recently released in a scientific study that some scientists did over in the Pacific. And let's go right through it. About 590 miles northwest of Honolulu, Hawaii, two barren peaks sit in the ocean. These little pinnacles, which stand about 170 feet above sea level at their highest point, which is about one half of what Burnt Hills is to the ocean, are the tops of a monstrous-sized mountain of ancient magma. These rocks are Puahanu, which is probably completely the mispronunciation, which is possibly based on definition the largest volcano on Earth. So Puahanu, meaning turtle rising for breath in Hawaiian, is part of a long chain of undersea mountains and volcanoes that stretch from the Hawaiian Islands all the way to the eastern edge of Russia, which we talked about a little while ago. In the new study, these researchers used sonar and gravity detectors to measure Puahanu's entire topographic footprint, from the peak standing above the sea to the deep rocks sinking hundreds of feet below the Earth's crust. The team found that Puahanu's contains approximately 36,000 cubic miles of rock, giving it a volume more than twice that of Mauna Loa. So Mauna Kea was the tallest mountain if you measure from the top of the peak all the way to the bottom of the seafloor. Mauna Loa, which doesn't rise as tall, but the volume is about 2 times as much. This new volcano, what they're trying to say is that its volume is actually even 2 times more than Mauna Loa is. But, as you see in the next paragraph, most of it's actually beneath the seafloor. So only a fraction of that volume, about 30%, is visible above the seafloor, which means about 70% is actually below. So it's actually like beneath the seafloor, like in the interior of the Earth. As part of their study, the team examined several types of olivine, a mineral that forms when magma cools and crystallizes. And they collected from different parts of the volcano. From the olivine's composition, the team inferred the temperature of the volcano's magma before it crystallized. They estimated that Puahanu's magma must have reached about 3,100 degrees Fahrenheit when it was first flowing from, giving the volcano the hottest recorded magma on Earth. So, is it the biggest? It kind of depends. If you have 70% is below the seafloor crust, it's kind of like an if and and kind of thing. It kind of goes back to our discussion of what is the tallest mountain, and you can kind of, depending on your definition, get 3 different answers. So now it's like, what is the biggest volcano? Well, it's like, well, is it what you can totally see above the water? Does the part below the water count? And now you have to ask, is the part below the water but below the bottom of the ocean count as well, like that rock underneath in the interior of the Earth? So I guess it just kind of depends. So just kind of like a neat little fun fact about how people try to figure out what is the biggest thing around and how that always seems to be changing. So let's go to your activity today. So I was going to, and I still am going to do, but Kirk Johnson is a director over at the Smithsonian for the Natural History Museum. So kind of a big deal. And he goes around and does talks and does these short videos, but he also has been doing some kind of like bigger presentation movies. And he made a really good one called Making North America a few years ago. My plan has always been actually to show that to you, and I'm still going to, but now this one has just recently come out, and I figured this is a perfect time to go watch it. So this one's called Polar Extremes, and he goes around and visits different locations on the Earth and tries to figure out, how do we understand what happened in Earth's history? What evidence is there today about what happened in the past? And so I'm going to have you guys do is to watch it and then fill out this little form. And there's only one question this time, so you're welcome. And this question is just says, what did you like and what did you learn from it? Write down a couple things. I'm always curious to see what people liked and what they learned. My favorite things from the video, they had a really good part about stomata and how they can actually see those in fossils. That's something that I didn't know could even happen with our equipment, so that was pretty cool for me. And I didn't, and I don't, pick out just any videos to go show you. I always try to find you like a really, really nice video that I think you'll like. So to test that, I can't just watch it myself, but I have to always watch it with somebody else. And so I'm bringing this person to you right now as a special guest star. Come on in.
Hi.
this is my wife. And so I made her watch this too. And Angela, in our interview right now, did you like it?
It was so cool. I'm not just saying that. It was actually a really great video. Get your popcorn, get ready. It's a lot of fun. My favorite part was, one of my favorite parts is that as you're watching it, it does a really good job of visualizations on screen. So, he's walking across this like frozen tundra like place, and then they'll kind of do like an overlay where you can actually see what it would have looked like so many million years ago. That helps me because I'm a visual person. I love seeing this. It's like, oh, that's what the forest looked like. And the other thing that I like, and I won't spoil it, but it explains really, really well for someone who's not scientifically inclined why Antarctica is frozen over in this Earth cycle.
Right? So, nice. I did not pay her to do any of that. When we were actually watching this just the other night, it was just funny because I was sitting on the couch and she was too, and she's like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" I really want to take out my phone and just record her reactions, and then I was like, "My kids won't believe this," and so this is totally legit, not making it up. So I hope you enjoy it. I would totally actually encourage you to actually go watch it with somebody. So it's pretty good. Kirk Johnson does a great job of kind of bringing in some humor, right? It was kind of funny.
He's like a normal guy, and he's like goofing around with like antlers on his head, and I was like, oh, he's not like some stuffy scientist. That's kind of cool.
No, so like it's kind of fun to watch, and he does funny things and he goes on adventures. I think the first thing he does is he flips over a kayak. That's like 1 minute into the video. All right, no more spoilers besides that. But I hope you enjoy. So the reason why I'm giving you like just one question to fill out is so you can kind of relax and kind of watch it at your own pace, and then just have a good time. As always, since this is a PBS one, you do not have to make any kind of accounts. You just click the link, and maybe it might ask you to hit the X button or hit the no thanks to kind of get to the video, and then just have a nice time watching it. So that's all I have for you today. So this is me, Mr. Swan, and
Angela
signing off, and hopefully you guys are going to have a good day. All right, bye.